It is now time to open up Pandora's box.
Pitter-patter.
Let's get at her.
And we're back.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the new Inside the Laser Lab. Yeah. 2021, we're doing things different. We're going to be using the Muse. We're going to be doing projects, cutting things, all kinds of stuff. We're on Instagram. We're going to be on YouTube Live, all kinds of stuff.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild. And we're talking Pandora today. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim and I. Oh, and we're doing the contest.
Oh, yeah, and we've got a contest.
And Shelby's here.
Hi, Shelby.
We completely bypassed the traditional intro, by the way. Nobody
did.
knows who you are, or who Tim is, or who I am.
Well, I'm Walker. That's Tim, and this is Shelby.
Hi.
Shelby's new here, but she's learning fast. She'll be expert real soon. Like that, with the shooter McGavin.
I felt left out. I needed to
Yeah.
participate.
So we're talking Pandora. We're talking the contest. We're going to get to your guys' comments and questions if you have any. At the end, we're going to do weekend build as well. And yeah, please let us know about the new show. What do you think about the new setup? I built the sign, so I kind of like it a lot.
I made the intro.
You did.
The guys have been real crafty.
Real crafty. I feel like crafty is little. Doesn't that like sting a little bit when somebody say you're crafty, Tim?
Yeah, it typically has a negative connotation.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
With the right
no.
context.
They've been real creative.
There we go.
They've been
Yeah.
making neat things.
There we go. Safety. So Tim and I got the Pandora, and we were just like, not a lot of people have seen it in action. We grabbed a ton of things around the office, and yeah, we sort of just filmed it and hung out all day.
Yeah.
So here's the video, yeah?
Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, it's Tim from Full Spectrum Laser. Today, we're going to be checking out the Muse Pandora. Walker and I grabbed a bunch of objects to engrave from all over the office. Let's check it out. The Muse Pandora is a fiber galvo laser. All that means is that this machine has a fiber source and a galvanometer instead of a CO2 source and a gantry system like the rest of the Muse line. I know what you're thinking. What the heck is a galvanometer? Well, it's a series of mirrors in the laser head that move extremely fast to manipulate the path of the laser. This allows for super fast engravings, like this. Did you miss it? Here it is again. That's real time, not sped up at all. As mentioned before, the Pandora also has a fiber source. This just means that it operates at a different frequency than your typical CO2 laser, making it great for engraving metal. If you'd like to learn more about the difference between fiber lasers and CO2 lasers, check out the video linked in the top right corner or in the description. You may notice the strange setup we have for the Pandora. While it's designed to be an enclosed desktop fiber laser, we also gave it the ability to be mounted under a desk, allowing you to save on desk space. The adjustable desk seen here is actually available as an accessory for your Muse Pandora. As with the rest of the Muse line, the Pandora has a removable floor. And if you swap out lenses, it can operate like an open fiber with a much larger work area. We engraved most of the objects in this video in the open format, so you can see the process a little better. But here you can see it working on a desktop in its enclosed setup. As you can see, most of what we're engraving are metal objects. While fiber lasers can engrave other materials, engraving metal is something CO2 lasers can't do very well. Fiber lasers like the Pandora, however, do it with no problem. The Muse Pandora also has an included 3D camera like its Muse 3D cousin. It can take a picture of your work area and material to allow precise design placement. That said, with the Galvo Head's live perimeter function, you can see exactly where your design will be, and not just the typical rectangular perimeter. Check that out. Walker and I had a lot of fun engraving stuff with the Muse Pandora. It's a really cool machine that can do things that a CO2 laser simply can't. But keep in mind, A fiber laser isn't just a more powerful CO2 laser. They're very different when it comes to application. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments or contact sales at fslaser.com. And until next time, keep making.
All right, there we go. Well, if you guys have any questions about the Pandora, we will get to them at the end of the show. If you're not watching live, then just put them in the comments and we will get back to you.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we'll just roll into weekend builds, yeah?
Yeah.
I made something cool that I think is cool. We're going to share it. And then Tim made the actual intro with a laser, so we're going to go over that a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah?
Weekend makers. Let's
Weekend
get to
builds, let's go.
All right. So what did you make over the weekend?
I made a light fixture. I got this awesome jade plant, and I wanted it to have like its designated light because I learned it has to have bright light but not that much water. So I made its little light fixture, and yeah. What did you make, Tim? Did we talk about it?
I made the intro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's show those projects, huh?
All right. Yeah. Let's take a look.
Let's do that.
We can still talk. over this.
Oh, okay.
It's lit.
Voila. There you go. This beautiful jade plant just started budding. Just cute little flowers all over. Actually, the top of that actual, like the light fixture part is just the head of the Kraken file. I decapitated the Kraken file.
How
that
could you?
made it. I know. And yeah, calamari.
Love calamari.
Heck yeah.
So you just made all of this with regular old wood, right?
It's just wood. It's just wood, hardware, and a light fixture, stringy. The light fixture's kind of special. It was like $20 on Amazon. Question on Instagram.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Coming from one of our Instagram viewers.
Mhm.
What is the best tutorial for learning the software? Does the Retina Engrave have a cropping tool?
Cropping tool. So we are upgrading the software to do like photo editing. That will be coming, but the best way to learn the software tutorial is where? Where, guys?
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah. Believe it or not, everything you can even imagine learning on a laser is on YouTube.
I thought that was a trick question because yes, YouTube, so you have the video component, it's super helpful to see everything, but we also have super informative blogs on the website. So if you like to read things and have your step-by-step all fleshed out for you, that's another really good resource.
Yeah, there's tons and tons of resources. If you go to our Laser 101 on the website, we have videos, ebooks, all sorts of stuff. We specifically get this question all the time, so we wanted to talk, we just made a playlist about this.
Yeah, we actually have an RE3 tutorials playlist, and I think the first one is like, I try to order them in a way that they're sequential. So like getting started, like your first project,
Yeah,
familiarizing yourself with all the tools.
The first two I did, and they're just sort of introductory to all the tools, and then just goes through the rest of them, right? Shelby, your first time on the show, it's kind of awkward, right? That you got to talk, look at me and look that way.
Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of places, but what I noticed the most, it's very warm in here.
It is very
I
warm
am
in
like-
this room.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's Tim's fault. He controls the thermostat.
Oh, Tim.
So anyway, what I made over the weekend. So you guys probably noticed that we have a new intro for Inside the Laser Lab.
It's official.
That little sprawling, horizon thing I actually made practically. It's all on camera.
Yes. What do you guys think about it? Please let us know. I want to know your thoughts.
So here I'm going to show you guys the setup. So it's mostly cardboard. I got a big cardboard tube from Home Depot. Actually went in there by myself, Mom. You'd be so proud. And then I cut out all the layers out of cardboard, painted them, put the camera sideways, and there you have it.
Now, when you say you cut these things, did you laser cut everything?
I did laser cut everything.
Nice.
Wow, it's like we work at a laser place.
hey, it's just one of those materials that I think we forget that you can do. It's not just wood or acrylic, but you can do simple things like cardboard, which you might just have laying around in your garage.
Yeah, and it cuts super, super easily, super quick. The kerf is really, really tiny, so it's very
Yeah,
cool.
I like cardboard for like prototypes.
Mhm.
So, like I'll instead of cutting wood first, make sure everything works. I'll cut it in cardboard and then see if it doesn't suck, and then I'll keep going.
Great paint job, too.
Thanks.
Talking about things we made, by the way, in case anybody noticed, we're in the new look of the laser lab and we have the whole new setup. We already talked about the sign, but I and Ryan painted the hexagons, so we didn't really like make anything, but we did paint some shapes.
You also painted the back wall, too.
Oh, and the back wall.
And you learned about the laser. We did the hexagons together. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we did a whole video, too, having you guys guess what we were making. So if anybody guessed wall decor, you nailed it.
I think there was one person that said wall decor. We got a question on Instagram?
Yeah, we have a couple of inquiries about vinyl. Someone wants to know, when are we going to have tutorials for cutting and weeding vinyl? And somebody else also wants to know, can the PS24 cut vinyl for like large stickers?
So yes and no. You can't just straight cut vinyl. Vinyl wrap has PVC in it, which is toxic. So you need to get the specific PVC-free vinyl from Stahls, S-T-A-H-L-S. I believe it is.
Not only is it toxic, it is extremely corrosive and can damage your laser significantly.
So yeah, if it can rust and corrode metal in your machine, damaging it,
Like
just
instantly.
imagine what it can do to you. So, because you're unless you're made of metal, then it's like, you lose no matter what.
Yeah, if you're like Colossus from X-Men, you're done.
Yeah, Wolverine. Unobtainium I don't think counts, but what else?
Driftwood Leather Co. also wants to know, why can't you just adjust the threshold on a vector image after you raster it?
To what end, yeah.
So, yeah, I guess one thing to address is that you can't adjust threshold on vector cuts. Vector threshold is specifically for engraving. Current is the third control for vector cuts, and that is good for lowering your power when it comes to like cutting paper or PVC-free vinyl.
Very
But
cool.
yeah, I guess we'll get to the questions at the end. I'm like, we're all going towards the questions, but we still have the contest. Yeah?
Yes.
We do.
So everybody who has been hashtagging their super cool projects with Made with FSL, contest is back. We are picking a winner. One winner of all of you fantastic makers is going to get $250 worth of credit towards full spectrum goodies and a lens. So,
Of their choice.
of their choice. Oh, choice lenses.
That's choice. So yeah, I think you made a cool little video for it, right?
I did.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Thank you to everyone that participated in our Made with FSL contest. Here's some of our favorite designs. And the winner is Nautical USA. Congratulations. Keep making and keep using hashtag Made with FSL for your chance to win next month.
All right.
Go.
Nautical USA.
It's over there, yeah. Boom. Nautical USA, I believe they're watching, or no? Maybe on Instagram. Congratulations, you won. And I will say, this project's cool. It's different. They obviously either cut it out by hand or CNC. I really don't know, but then they laser engrave it, which I don't know what came first, like the engraving
Or
the
the
cut.
or the piece. Either way, that takes some skill to line that up and get it just right.
Yeah, you can find them on Instagram and Facebook with Nautical USA. But if you can take a look at this picture, it's actually really neat when you get really into the detail of the tentacles and then that D thing in the center. It's super detailed, really cool.
Yeah, I want to know the backstory of it more.
Tell
'Cause
us.
the tentacle is
Tentillating.
it's whatever that means. Yeah, I like it. So congratulations. And if you want to win a free lens or $250 off full spectrum stuff, do the hashtag made with FSL when you make a post. If you make something cool, put hashtag made with FSL. I do it all the time. If you look up hashtag made with FSL on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see a lot of customers do it, and me. I just randomly put it on there. Like, why not?
Trying to win?
I'm not gonna win.
Trying to beat out all our customers?
Yeah,
That's rude.
yeah. That would be awesome if I won though.
No.
Can you pick me?
No.
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 And if you're hashtagging or even just tagging at us, we'll reshare your stuff on our stories and share all the cool projects you're working on.
Yeah, boy. So I think it's time for Q&A, yeah? No? To Q&A?
We have the Muse Cam.
Oh, yeah, the Muse Cam. So, yeah, I totally blew by it. Because this year we're
Amateur
bringing
hour.
back actually using the laser in the lab. And we got the Muse Cam back. So let's go to the Muse Cam real quick.
All right. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. It's infested with antivirus, I would say. Close the camera. Turn it on. All right. Well, the Muse is not ready, but it will be ready. So if you guys have project ideas you want us to do, let's say you are doing granite. You want to learn more about engraving granite. We're going to throw it in the Muse. Do it right there and then. So, sound good?
Lasering live
Laser. Live laser in the lab.
inside.
Inside, yes. So yeah, now it's time for Q&A. There we go. All the questions, we got the answers.
So we do have one. Actually, Crystal asked a couple times about Powergate. I don't know if you've been following Powergate
No.
on Facebook. There was a comment, a picture comment that someone posted about a message that pops up when you hover over the power setting.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that if it's, I think it said something to the effect of, if that is less than 100, it can decrease the life of your laser. And it just seemed, I don't know if that's correct.
Mhm.
And I told Crystal and the person who posted it that I would talk to the engineers and see if I could figure it out. I haven't had time, unfortunately. I've been trying to get everything done for the show today, but
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten
Okay.
about it. I will.
I do remember slightly somebody bringing that up in
Mhm.
passing. And the truth about lasers degrading is using them, no matter what, is going to degrade them. They're consumables. A good analogy is like your tires on your car. So, the more you use your tires, the more you're getting closer to having to buy new tires. You just zoned out for a second.
No, I was just listening. I was like envisioning all of this. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm picturing that. I see the consumable consuming.
Yeah, and not only like using it is bad, not bad, but like it's gonna degrade the tube, but
Yeah.
also it just sitting there. So time is also not kind to its life. I mean, I've had the same tube for 6 years, not to brag or anything, but I just do the basics, keep it cool, make sure there's no bubbles, and that's really about it. Keeping the end lens clean. But again, like tires, if you don't use them, they just sit in your driveway, they're going to dry rot and get bad as well. It's bound to happen. Don't worry about tube degrading.
Yeah, and I think the concern was, because in the message it kind of said, it suggested at least, that if you if you use it like not at 100%, it
Yeah.
will degrade faster. And it was my understanding, just with laser tubes in general, just from my general laser tube knowledge,
Mhm.
that whether you run it at 100 power or 1% power, it's going to be the same. It's the variation.
It's
like
variation.
quick variation that will.
Well, and I will say it's like highway miles versus freeway miles. If you're running vectors all day, that's going to be a lot easier on your tube than a raster that's going on and off, on and off,
Right.
on and off. It's like a car, you're just
Yeah,
doing
it's,
this,
it's
not
quick
good for it.
quick periods of heating and cooling in
Yeah.
rapid succession.
And that being said, there's no need to worry about that either.
Yeah.
It's the tube's going to go when it's going to go.
Right.
A lot of the times, there's just little like differences in each tube because they're all, you know, hand blown glass. Like there's just, I wouldn't worry about it. If
Yeah,
you take care of your tubes,
Any difference that you're going to see is going to be pretty negligible, I think.
yes. Just if you, again, cooling, and just make sure there's no bubbles. Your tube's gonna last a long time.
Either way, I will double check with the engineers and see
Yeah.
about potentially changing that message because I think it's possibly misleading. I
Yeah.
think it's kind of like a little concern. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, should I worry about
I know what
this?
they're talking about when it comes to that. We'll fix that.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. All right, more questions.
Yeah, Sutton Charlie wants to know, rotary is not working when it's enabled, but it's working fine when it's not enabled. Any suggestions?
That is
A
odd.
tough one.
So that's a software. It's got to be a software thing. But no, can't be software. I don't know. That's a weird one.
Maybe a
Tip-
board issue. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because if it's toggling on when it's off and vice versa, that's interesting.
I would say send us a message to our DMs so we
Yeah.
can get back with you after the
I-
show and get that figured out.
But yeah, that is a difficult one.
Yeah.
It's not software. Software is the same across the board. Like it doesn't change. So
Yeah, if
Yeah,
one
we'll
person
look
was having that issue, everybody would be having that issue.
yeah. So we'll look
If it
into
were a
that for
software
you.
issue.
Any more?
Yeah, Two House EDC wants to know, when using laser, do you need a computer hooked to the laser, or can you use a USB?
You use the Ethernet, so you can either be connected via Wi-Fi if they're on the same network, or directly connected with the Ethernet cord. Yeah. All right. Questions
Kurt-
on Facebook.
Kurt Deemer asked a little bit earlier, which
Kurt.
BJ actually answered, but I'll just repeat it just in case somebody missed the comment. What is the wattage of the Pandora? And BJ said by default it's 20 watts. We have an option for a 30 watt and a 50 watt as well.
Yes, the Pandora comes in 3 options, and really, the 50 watts more for like blasting significant depth quickly. If you don't need like significant depth all the time, then 20-30 is fine. Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Hooray. Don't make that face.
Okay.
Sorry.
I saw somebody in there when we were scrolling around. Oh yeah. What's my favorite laser so far? All of them. No, I've actually been able to play with the new Titan a bit, which is really cool because it's like a big boy that fits on the desk. But I think the Pandora right now has been really fun just because we did a couple, we saw in the video, like the Locket, that really cool lobster. It just goes so fast. If you are doing something very small and you blink, you've missed it. And that's really neat that you can just bang out a bunch of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just, and gotta wear your goggles.
Yeah. You always bring up your lobster.
She loves
Lobster
lobster.
today, lobster tomorrow.
He's a lobster.
There's a story there.
Kurt Deemer asks, regarding cooling temps, my CW3000 will get up to 23. Is that a concern? Also, other than changing water, is there any external cleaning needed?
External cleaning. I would say general cleaning is fine. Yeah, I mean, we've seen machines that are absolutely terrible in every way. And just, I think general maintenance is a good thing. Especially when it comes to machinery, just clean it off. There's nothing to like really be concerned about, but just I think that is good habit. Husbandry, right? But internally, I'd say put a cap full of bleach in there, make sure that life doesn't find a way in there, and Tim loves that one. And
It gets me every time.
yeah, no concern on that. Unless you get your signal alarm, don't worry about that. 23 degrees Celsius. Why do I always forget about it when I need it? It's fine. It's fine, Kurt. Don't worry about it. Now, if you're working in your garage, and, well, more so, I'm guessing that's the 3000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. As long as it's not like 85, 90 degrees, right? You're fine. And if you're running like super long time and you see that the temperature keeps going up and up and up and you're running a long job, just stop between jobs. So let everything cool down, chill out. But if you're in the super hot area, like here in Las Vegas, I do suggest like a 5,000. Get refrigerated cooling, keep it down. I have a 3,000. I haven't had any issues, and it's in my garage. But I do suggest it if you're running long periods of time. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few questions, some about more maintenance things,
Uh-huh.
which we do have video coming of maintenance and blog content. So if you have more questions, wait for those. Somebody wants to know, do I need to unscrew the lid covering the laser to check for bubbles? Also, do you check monthly or daily?
For bubbles, every time you turn on a machine, you want to make sure that there's no significant bubbles. Now, if you turn it on, you check the tube, and there's no bubbles, it's not like there's going to be huge bubbles like the next time you turn it on. I would say number one concern when it comes to bubbles is first setup, because it is a enclosed system. When you set it up at first, just make sure that there's no major bubbles caught on the outside of the tube.
The water cooler. Does it have to be water, or can it be antifreeze for the laser if it's in an unheated shop?
So, yes, if it's unheated, then you will need to add antifreeze, just in case there's a freeze over. You don't want your tube to crack, because water expands, right, when it freezes. So add antifreeze, but you have to add specific Dow Frost antifreeze. Dow Frost antifreeze is a clear, it's almost like pure propylene glycol, but like a mixture of 60-40 will be good with that.
It looks like somebody might have just gotten their new laser. There are zip
Okay.
ties on the laser tube. Do I need to remove those? Scared to get in there. Any
Well,
tips?
don't be scared. There are 4 zip ties on your machine, I believe. As of right now, we have changed it. But as of right now, there's 2 yellows and 2 black. Now, cut those 2 yellows and those 2 blacks, and you want to make sure the gantry is moving properly. Sound good? Don't be afraid of zip ties. They're not that scary. I promise. Unless Tim has the zip ties. All right, any more questions?
Are there any cooling fans inside the cooler that would collect and hold dust?
That's a great question. I do not believe so. I don't believe there is a cooling fan. I don't think so.
Final
Do you?
answer.
I don't remember. I mean, I guess there possibly is.
I imagine if it's
what
refrigerated. it
what-
prob-
Oh, with the
probably is.
refrigerator? Yeah, definitely. In general, oh no, there is venting on the 3000. So,
Mhm.
yeah. But I have learned through my own mistakes that you do not exhaust. Make sure your exhaust is not blowing into any fan components. Period. I had a power supply failure because my exhaust, like the ducting, had broke off from the actual like scroll fan, and I didn't even notice. It just kept running. But that ducting went right into my power supply fan and just shot all those fumes into my power supply. So,
Wonderful.
just one of those days, just trying to get out orders, and then, you're just like, what's wrong with this laser? And then it's you. You're the
Wait,
problem.
what were you like?
What's wrong with this laser?
Okay, I was just double checking.
I feel like we should have a contest with best walker impressions, but
Nobody wants to see that. It's super annoying.
How small can you make your mouth?
All right.
Your turn, Schlubby.
I'm good. Trauma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Bob Humphrey asks, the finish on the floor of my Muse is coming off when I clean it. Is this a problem?
I'm guessing that's the anodization on the bottom? Yeah?
Probably.
No concern. Bob, remember that CO2 lasers don't do anything to metal. Bare metal, it won't do anything. So don't worry. You could actually cut right onto that floor and nothing will happen to the metal. I promise you. There you go. No
There you go.
problems.
All right. Oh, question for Walker from Crystal Payne. Or are you going to be Cupid for Valentine's Day?
No,
He is
I'm
now,
not.
though.
I am not.
I voted yes.
I mean, Tim was Santa.
Don't worry,
And
Crystal.
that's because
I got you.
Tim looks like he looks the part. He looks like he could be a young Kris Kringle
And you don't think you look like a
flying
cherub?
baby.
with my square
Very,
head.
very cherub-like.
Very cherub-like.
Giving
Oh.
big flying baby energy.
Nothing like a
See,
grown
my
man.
mom says that's a great question, Crystal.
I'm sure she does. Next.
No, we're still on this.
All right, people want to see me in a diaper. I don't think so.
Can I designate a cut order in RE3, i.e. make cuts from the middle to the outside?
So designating cuts in RE3, you don't have to do that. It will automatically cut from the inside to the outside if you make it a single object, right, Tim?
Sure.
It will automatically do that because a ton of times it will cut the outside and then start cutting the inside and everything's ruined, right? So it automatically does that operation, inside to outside. If you're designing properly. If not, and it's just random shapes all over the place, yeah, it's not going to do that. But you can select them either with colors, if there's not too many of them, or you can individually take in the settings, you can take your vectors and pick which ones to do. I forget which setting that was, though.
I don't remember.
But if you go to settings and it goes to vector tab, I believe, you can set like your trajectory. I think it's trajectory planning to, you know, like plan trajectory. That's hard to say. Planned trajectory, and you can select each one and tell it what to do first.
Logan Hall wants to know, are you guys still doing the 1 hour training at your shop in Vegas?
Yes, we are. Come get your free 1 hour training.
Do they need to make an appointment or call ahead right now?
Yes, because of all of the situation right now, just call ahead. I mean, if you're local, give us an hour, you know, whatever it may be. Just call, make an appointment, and, you know, come learn some stuff. Any more than that, and you will have to pay, but I will say it is worth it to have either Tim or I or even Shelby train you on how to do stuff.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Ooh, can you give free plane tickets too?
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Who is this?
That's Ricky Irvingwood. asked
Sorry,
that.
Ricky. Nope. All right. Any more? Any more? Instagram? Nothing?
Nothing for me.
All right. Everybody's tapped out on Instagram.
All right.
Facebook, we're good?
I guess we're good. Just before you wrap up, hold
Yeah.
on. Reminders, keep hashtagging your Made with FSL stuff. I forget I had a second thought there, and now it has just escaped me, so I guess that's it. Back to
Yeah.
Walker.
All right. So if you guys have any ideas for future, you know, shows or future segments, if you want us to cover whatever it may be, as long as it's not super inappropriate or weird, we will do it for you. So if you're like, hey, we want you to engrave, do a pass through with tile engravings, whatever it may be, we'll try to get it done for you. Tim and I have a lot more time to make awesome videos now that Shelby's here to help us and Ryan. So it's going to be a good year. And we got the Muse Cam. Ryan almost fell off. We got the Muse Cam, so we're going to be cutting and doing things right here in the lab, looking at them under the microscope, if it's a Muse fiber, all kinds of crazy stuff. So, comments down below.
I also remember my second bullet point.
Okay.
We mentioned it to the Instagram Live people while we were showing Facebook the video over here. We have tons of awesome resources. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about the free projects. You can download them for everything you can kind of think of. And if we don't have a free project already that you're looking for, we can probably put one together for you if you message us. But we also have tons of blogs. So you can read about how to do things from maintenance to setting up, as well as all of the infinite YouTube videos. Same thing. So depending on however you like to learn, whether it's from videos or reading, you name it, we've got it.
Yeah, boy.
There you go.
That was a spiel right there. Goodness.
Yep.
I gotta stop finger guns.
We will
Also,
be doing every 2 weeks.
yes, that's, I was going to
Yeah.
answer that.
All right, got to it first. We will be going every 2 weeks, so look forward to tons of videos coming out. I think until next time.
Keep making.